It's made all the difference in being able to feel like I am actually like the person that I am, whether I'm on set, whether I'm speaking in front of a crowd, whether I'm DJing, whether I'm doing anything in life, whether I'm talking to a guy at the grocery store. There's not all these different masks that I have to decide who I'm gonna be today. My name is Phillip Andrew. I live in Los Angeles, California, and I am a television producer and a speaker. I started drinking at 11 years old. It was one of those moments where that little bit of anxiety I felt kind of disappeared, temporarily. And I remember I was 14 years old, and my dad told me my mom had cancer. And you feel like you just get punched in the stomach. You don't even know how to really process things. The long story short, we had a year-long battle for my mother, and then she went through chemotherapy, and unfortunately, she lost the battle. So a week before my 16th birthday, my mother passes away. You take a kid who's already feeling like he doesn't fit in all the time. I now have a mother that's gone, and I'm angry, and I don't get it, and I'm frustrated. And the answer that I thought I had was to drink. I thought that I needed to just get over it as fast as possible. So I didn't process the emotions. I didn't really talk about what I was going through. I didn't talk about the pain that I felt. It got out of hand. I got arrested at 18. I got arrested again at 19. I got arrested at 20, all for alcohol-related things. I was just really putting my family through a lot. And it was just a very difficult time. I just knew something was wrong, and I needed help. So when the courts gave me that opportunity, it was like, I could just say, oh, I have to go to these meetings because of the courts. But I needed it so bad. I needed it so bad. And it changed everything for me. So when I got to AA and I started to not only understand the power of being vulnerable and being open and being authentic, but also seeing people living their lives like that all the time. To be honest, a whole group of strangers taught me how to be myself. My whole life I felt like I needed to earn love. I felt like I needed to get the grades or do well in sports, or I needed to behave a certain way. And when I got into recovery and I started meeting people and they loved me and they accepted me for where I was, not because of me, but because it was a decision they made on how they were gonna live their lives. It gave me like a new understanding of like what that meant, like what that real like unconditional love meant. I've got the same amount of time as other people. It's the day. And that's the only way I was able to make it to 10 years. If I was trying to get 10 years of sobriety, I would have drank already. For me, the routine is really important. I get out of bed and I have time where I do my normal prayer, I do my meditation, I do affirmations, I have my routine. So as a speaker, I get the opportunity to travel around and I speak with high school kids, I speak with college kids about, peer pressure, substance abuse, social media influence. I've had so many people that have cared for me so much and have given me so much that I want to give back. Because there's people that love you and there's people that are here for you. I catch myself being in my car just smiling for no reason. And I love that. I love that my default has become a smile for no reason. And that's such a gift that I've been given, because my life wasn't always that way. It took me a really long time, even in sobriety, to be able to process all the pain and hurt I had packed away with my mother. But finally I started doing step work, I started to learn, and it really ended up helping me out to be able to process my mother's death. I still feel the emotion, but there's no tears, I don't lose it. Because of the gift that I was able to get through sobriety, through learning how to communicate, learning how to share, learning how to be open, learning how to be vulnerable, it gave me the joy of the relationship with my mother again. And I owe that all to getting sober. Just because things aren't going perfectly doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. It just means that it's life, and it's okay. But you don't have to suffer. You don't have to, turn to drugs, to alcohol, to sex, to any other type of thing. You don't have to go that route. You can find community. You can find love in other people. You can serve other people. You can let people into your life.